Welcome back, guys, to the last task in the chapter of arrays. In this task, we are going to calculate the determinant of a 3 cross 3 matrix. Okay, so here we are given that the matrix size is fixed, it is going to be 3 cross 3, and we have to find the determinant of it. Okay, now in the hint we all know what is determinant, right? So in the hint I have given you the formula to calculate the determinant of a given matrix, right? So all you have to do is take these particular elements and multiply and add in this particular fashion, and at the end you have to take the modulus of the result. Okay, basically it's the absolute value. You have to take the absolute value of the result. Okay, so what that means is if the result is negative, you should make it positive. Okay, so once we have the understanding of how the determinant is to be taken, now the only step left is to write the program where we will take the input from the user of a 3 cross 3 array and calculate the determinant. So let us begin. So let me just take a template where will take a matrix of size 3 cross 3, right? And let's take det as the name of the variable where the determinant is going to be stored. Okay, now let us give this program a title. Let's say determi finder. Okay, then I'm going to take the input from the user for the array, right? So that I can do it, since there is only one array, I need not use functions as such, so I will directly start with uh, I will just tell the user there are 3 cross 3 elements. Okay, then I will start a for loop. Since it's going to be a two-dimensional array, so I will be needing two for loops for this, right? So I can use I and j, right? I will be my row and j will be my column, right? So let's take I equal to 0, sorry, I equal to 0 and I is less than 3, right? Because it's a 3 cross 3 matrix, so the values of I will be from 0 to 2. Similarly for, I will just copy this entire loop and paste it over here. Okay, and just replace this by j because rest everything is the same, right? So now we have two for loops, one for I, one for j, sorry, one for row and one for column. And now the only thing left is to do scanf %d ampersand a row column. Okay, and just for giving the users a little bit of hint, I will just write enter %d comma %d. Okay, I like to do this so that the user knows exactly which element they are trying to enter. Okay, once this is done, let's run the program till here and see if everything is fine. Okay, so this is how it looks. Enter the elements of array. It is taking the elements one by one. Okay, so I hope it's I think it's perfect. Now once the data is ready, now what I want to do is I just have to calculate the, so if this is the matrix, right? So the determinant is nothing but take the first element, right, and this particular square and then cross multiply, right? So it will be nothing but a of 0 0 into a11 into a22 minus a12 into a21. Okay, so this will be my first element, right? The second element will be this into, right, this particular part, that is this into this, and then cross multiply, right? So if I just shift it down, it will be, there will be a minus sign every alternate expression, right? So this will be a of 0 1 into, right, it will be a10 into a22 minus a a20 into a12, sorry, a12, right? And the final one will be this one, right? This one will be multiplication of these two together, right? So this into, let me just move down, a02, so the last one will be a02 into a10 into a21 minus a20 into a11. Okay, so this is basically our formula for, okay, so this alternate, it should be plus. Okay, so the first one is plus, the second one is minus, the third one is plus. Okay, so this is the formula to find out determinant, right? So I will just quickly write this inside the code. Okay, okay, so I have wrote down those all the completed the equation, and now this is my determinant, right? Now this is not the final answer yet. I still have to find out the absolute value of this, right? So for that we are going to use a library function to find out the positive value of this. For that we can use the absolute function. Okay, so we will just write determinant is equal to determinant abs of determinant. Okay, now this abs function, that is absolute function, is defined in the standard library. Okay, so I will just copy this, paste it here, and I will just write standard library. Okay, and that's it. That finishes up with the determinant. Now the only thing left is to print the result. And I can now run this and check if it gives me the correct answer. Okay, so determinant of all ones should be 0, right? So let me just check that if it works. Perfect. So determinant of all ones is 0, right? So that means our program is working, right? Let's try some other values. You can see my determinant is 49, right? So our program works and we are getting positive values for the determinant. Okay, so I hope you have understood this program. We'll see you in the next task, which is based on strings.